Hi everybody, Dana Sparks, broker of Maximum One Greater Atlanta Realtors, and this week's contract tip has to do with being on a team and being in compliance with license law. So if you are on a team, and let's say you are a listing agent on a team or a buyer's agent on a team or the team lead, how are you signing your contracts and your listing agreements? Are you signing them in the team name? Are you signing them in your name? And what real estate license numbers are you putting on those contracts? That's the topic of this week's video tip. So the license law is, it's actually the Gregg Rule, which is part of license law, is very, well, it's not very clear, but it's relatively clear, and that's why I'm discussing it today. That law, it's Gregg Rule 520-1-.102. And again, this is a Gregg Rule that is part of the body of our license law, to which all licensees in the state of Georgia are responsible to be compliant to. And basically it says, a licensee preparing or signing a brokerage engagement or an offer shall include the license number of each firm and of each licensee participating in the transaction as issued by Gregg. Obviously not the transaction issued by Gregg, but the license number is issued by Gregg. So what this means is, if you are working on a team and you are signing brokerage engagements, contracts in the team name, again, whose name is going on the contract? Is it the team lead? Is it the buyer's agent? Is it the listing agent? Well, based on that license law, and we do have confirmation from Gregg on this, in preparing a brokerage engagement, if it goes in the, well, let's back up. In preparing an offer, it definitely refers to the license numbers and, of course, the firm license numbers of both the listing broker and the selling broker. So those licensees, those parties to the contract, to the offer, that must be on there. Within that, within your own brokerage, again, if you are on a team, then the party that is actually interacting with the client or customer, that is the party's name, that is the party's license number that must be on the contract. Now, if the team lead and the buyer's agent or listing agent are going to interact with the client, have interaction, be a party to the contract, then both their license numbers need to be on there. Now, in a brokerage engagement, same thing, you know, a listing agreement or a buyer brokerage agreement, same thing. Definitely the party that is actually interacting with the person. So if you have a listing agent that's on your team, and that listing agent is the one that attends the appointment, goes on the appointment, then that listing agent's license number is the one that needs to be on the listing agreement. If the team lead goes out on the initial listing appointment and then there is a listing specialist that follows up with the client, both of those license numbers need to be, licensees' numbers need to be on that listing agreement. Same thing with a buyer brokerage engagement, regardless of if it is prepared in the team name. You know, on a purchase and sale agreement, offer, again, it would be both brokerage's firm numbers, the listing brokerage and the selling brokerage, and then any licensees who are interacting with the clients, customers on your side of the transaction, regardless of what name, the team name that the contract is signed in, those are the affiliated licensees numbers, because the team is not licensed by the state of Georgia, but you as an individual agent are licensed by the state of Georgia, and it is your license that can be brought up for investigation and sanctions, so forth and so on. So it is your license number, again, the agent interacting with the public, and that could be more than one in a team situation, whose license numbers need to be on that contract. So what about for $1 Million Club awards or volume awards or awards or recognition within your own company? Again, as a team, if you are going for those team awards, then as the contract is signed and the listing agreements and the buyer brokerage agreements are signed, in the team name, the team is still, as a team, is still going to get the credit for it for, as I said, dollar volume, listing credit, whatever sort of recognition and awards in which you are participating, either within your office or within your association of realtors. So, but everybody stay in compliance with license law. And again, that is Gregg Rule 520-1-.10.2. Thank you so much for watching. Dana Sparks, broker of Maximum One Greater Atlanta Realtors, satisfying your needs with service, innovation, and education.